Hello everyone, I'm sorry about the state of my office. We're in the middle of sort of doing it up, so it's a big mess at the moment. This short video explains why I think Piers Morgan and a lot of people are wrong about Harry and Meghan, specifically Harry. Now I'm going to show you what Harry was protecting Meghan from. Okay, it's still online, you can find all these online, and it's really shocking. Kate Middleton's homegrown bouquet of Lily of the Valley follows royal code. Royal wedding. How Meghan Markle's flowers may have put Princess Charlotte's life at risk. Not long to go. Pregnant Kate tenderly cradles her baby bump while wrapping up her royal duties ahead of maternity leave. And William confirms she's due any minute. Why can't Meghan Markle keep her hands off her bump? Experts tackle the question that's got the nation talking. Is it pride? Vanity? Acting? Or a new age bonding technique? This is funny. It's cruel, but this made me laugh because it's just staggering. Step too far. Meghan Markle slammed for putting hands in pockets. There's another one. Kate's morning sickness cure. Prince William gifted with an avocado for pregnant Duchess versus Meghan Markle's beloved avocado linked to human rights abuse and drought, millennial shame. It was reported that the new Duchess of Cambridge requested her favourite scented candles and toiletries from luxury fragrance brand Jo Malone be delivered to St. the Abbey. Kicking up her stink. Dictatorial bride. Dictatorial bride Meghan wanted air fresheners for musty 15th century St. George's Chapel, but the palace said no. And this is an interesting one because it's from the same person, right? Sarah Vine. How Kate went from drab to fab, from eyebrows and Pilates to a new style guru. Our experts reveal the Duchess of Cambridge's secrets to looking sizzling. Also Sarah Vine. My memo to Meghan Markle following her Vogue editorial. We Brits prefer true royalty to fashion royalty. Right, and this is a key one. Kate and Will's Inc. Duke and Duchess secretly set up companies to protect their brand. Just like the Beckhams. Oh right, royal cash in. How Prince Harry and Meghan Markle trademarked over 100 items from hoodies to socks 6 months before split with monarchy, with new empire worth up to 400 million. The media immediately took up a position where they didn't like Meghan, or they found that posts that were anti-Meghan did much better. So it was a case of like, well, hey, on Monday, this post we did, slagging off Meghan's clothes or whatever it is, that post did really well, and so now we need to keep doing posts like that because we get more money for it. We can advertise on those posts, more clicks, more, whatever, however it sort of works. I want you to see this little clip from Piers Morgan's show because I think it's telling.
But there are toe-curling moments in this show too, moments that would upset even the strongest of stomachs.
Now, these moments are toe-curling, and they will affect even the strongest of stomachs, so prepare yourself.
Viewers are force-fed simpering clips of the pair frolicking on Californian beaches.
They're frolicking on California beaches whilst people die.
During COVID, in Tyler Perry's mansion, no less.
In Tyler Perry's mansion, how dare they? They have a friend who has a mansion, and they went to that mansion to see their friend. Oh.
While most people were locked down, many in tiny homes with lots of children.
Evil!
But they were the real victims, not the thousands of people dying from a new pandemic virus. They again cry foul, of course, at the beastly, horrible media.
The beastly, horrible media that killed Harry's mother and bullied Meghan the entire time she was in the UK. That is beastly.
For pursuing them and wanting to take their pictures, whilst persistently throughout this new instalment, showing their own highly intrusive pictures of their own children.
Piers Morgan can't see the difference between people you don't know, these vultures that work for the tabloid press, following you, harassing you, haranguing you, taking your picture, selling those for their own profit, and them taking pictures of their babies so that they can sell them, so that they control what pictures go out there. Do you see what I mean? It makes perfect sense to do that. Piers states totally obvious things, but says it in a menacing way so that you think, so if you don't have your own brain, you go, yeah, that's right.
Did they ask permission from those children? to invade their privacy for money, which is, of course, the very charge they make against the media.
Again, Pierce doesn't see the difference between someone popping out of a bush and taking a picture and them taking pictures and selling the pictures they want to sell, because that's their child, that's their life, that's their privacy, and they get to decide what parts of their story get told, and they get to decide what other people see, because they are the important people in their lives. It's their lives. They are their own family. We don't matter. They are not bound by the palace anymore. They can do whatever they like. And so it's no surprise that they're doing a podcast. They're doing these Netflix interviews. They want to make money. They're already very wealthy and they want to keep doing what they're doing, telling the story their own way, taking back control of the narrative. Of course they do. Otherwise, it's just people like Piers Morgan and it's just the tabloid newspapers telling a story and telling it wrong and lying. Now, picture you're Harry. You're in love with this woman, and you both decide that the stresses and pressures of royal commitments are worth it because you love each other so much. You understand you're going to get scrutiny, you understand how the media works, and you think, do you know what, we love each other so much, let's get together and let's just do it anyway. Let's just see where this love takes us. Harry's perspective here is really, really important. Now, it's no secret that reporters hounding and chasing Diana are one of the reasons behind why she died in that tunnel. It's not controversial. Okay, here are some articles and some stories about it you can check out for yourself. In fact, at one point, 9 photographers were charged with manslaughter in France. Eventually the charges were thrown out, but only 3 photographers were convicted of invasion of privacy for taking pictures of the couple, and they were fined an astronomical €1. You're a young boy, and as far as you're concerned, the media has essentially just killed your mother, right? They hounded her. You can see in the documentary, the Meghan and Harry documentary, where Diana has to approach reporters and say, we're on holiday, you've taken some pictures, can you please give my kids some space and some privacy? And the reporter has the nerve to say, well, if you just let us take some pictures, if you just pose for us this way, then we'll leave you alone. Bargaining with the child's freedom and space, right? This is a really important point that I would like to drive home. Tabloid reporters, they will ruin your life to tell a story. They do not care about you. They do not care. It was reported that at one point, pictures of Diana were selling for £500,000. Okay? Now, what would you be willing to do and sacrifice? Let's say you already didn't have any morals because you were one of these paparazzi in the first place. And then someone says, well, hey, you, person with no morals, we will give you £500,000 every time you bring us a picture of Diana. You will go to extraordinary lengths to make sure you get those pictures, chasing her and hounding her and never giving her a minute's peace. Diana died, and Harry is a young boy. Now, he must be confused, he must be angry. Now all of a sudden he's his own man and he's fallen in love with Meghan and they want to start their life together. And he is seeing the exact same callousness from the press that affected his mother. Bullying, not leaving her alone. And let's not forget, this isn't an isolated example. The British tabloids are disgusting. And they've got a long track record of hounding and harassing people, and it's just awful. Something needs to happen with that. There needs to be tighter laws or something. Harry decides he wants to take Meghan away from all of this. He sees the tide turn against him. The press are haranguing and attacking Meghan, so he thinks, do you know what? I'm going to leave. I'm just going to go. We're going to start our own life away from the palace. And as far as he's concerned, he's getting no help from his brother, he's getting no help from his father, he's getting no help from anyone in his family. Of course he's angry. Of course he's angry about that. If just half the things he says, if just half the things Meghan says about the royal family are true, then of course they're right to get away. The problem with Piers Morgan, I find at this point, and a problem with a lot of people, they are blinded by this robotic affection for the royal family. Piers Morgan once said himself that the royal family has a checkered past with race, which is now conveniently forgotten as he attacks Meghan Markle all the time. The man's obsessed. So they break away from the royal family, which is absolutely the right thing to have done, because as far as Harry's concerned, his wife is in danger and he doesn't want her to live the same life that his mother had to live. Totally understandable. So then they get away, they go to America, they do their own thing, and people are confused about what they're doing. So, I don't want to, and there's nothing personal against Piers Morgan here. In fact, I got a lot of heat on Twitter recently for complimenting him for being a really great interviewer. So it's not a personal attack, but he's lost his way with this, and a lot of you have. If you can't see that Harry is just trying to protect the woman he loves from suffering the same fate as his mother, then I don't know what to tell you. And also, a lot of the criticism levelled at them is, well, they're rich, they're wealthy, they're not very self-aware because they're preaching to us whilst they're... Right, they are rich, they are wealthy, and they choose to spend their time together, loving each other, and then advocating for causes that they care about. Okay, let's not forget, Harry served his country. He was a military man. Okay, and let's not forget, Meghan's an actress. She can do whatever she wants. But what they want to do is to now tell their own story and live life their own way without the shackles of a palace or anybody else telling them what to do. I didn't want this to turn into a rant, because I don't normally give my opinions on this thing, and my office looks gross behind me, so I don't want to keep filming that. Let me know in the comments what you think. I genuinely am interested to hear the counter positions, because I just don't get it. I don't get how... I mean, maybe I've brought into the, their PR, maybe that's how gifted they are. But given what we know about how Diana died, about the sort of man Harry is, about the sort of love that they share, about how gross the media is in this country, given what we know about those things, I don't see how more people aren't rooting for Harry and Meghan. Because they got away, they broke away from the royal family. If you love someone, say you at home, you listening to this, the person you love, okay, your partner, your wife, your husband, whoever, suddenly they're being attacked from all angles, slandered in the media. What do? You want to spare them. You want to rescue them from that situation. So what if your family isn't helping you either? What if your family is a toxic place that don't believe you, or that are so bound by tradition that they don't want to interfere with the way things have always been? You would get her out of there. You would get him out of there. You would, and I don't understand any other position. So let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to talk about it.